Let's be honest, you've probably been neglecting your LinkedIn, and now that you're looking for a new job, you're thinking I should probably update that. But don't worry, I got you. In this video, I'll show you 10 simple but crucial things that you can update in your LinkedIn profile without posting. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more insights like this. And now let's get right into it. Recruiters looking for candidates on LinkedIn often scan profiles within under 10 seconds. So the goal here is to make your profile really relevant and clear, and we want you to appear on the top of the search results. And then when the recruiters click on your profile, we want them to be impressed. So first things first, the headline. Now, the headline is the first things that recruiters see, and it should be targeted towards the specific role you're applying for and packed with keywords that recruiters actually use to search for candidates. Because in that sense, LinkedIn is just kind of like another search engine. The rule is put your exact target job title first. So basically, if you're a project manager looking for a new project management job, then naturally the first two words that appear in your headline should be project manager. If you've worked in a different field and you're looking to transition into project management, then your headline can say something like transitioning into project management or aspiring project manager. This way, you're not lying about your experience, but you will still show up in the search results for the recruiters. After that, you should add 3 to 5 strong keywords, and for that, you can just go through the job posting that you want to apply for and filter out strong keywords. For example, for a project management position, that could be Agile or Scrum, and then put them in your headline. For example, Project Manager, PMI ACP, Software as a Service and Digital Products, Agile Delivery, Change Management. Or, for example, if you're a marketing professional, you can put Product Marketing Manager, Go-to-Market Strategy, Software as a Service, B2B, Customer Analytics, depending on the keywords mentioned in the job postings you're interested in. Second up is the About section. Now, this is basically your value proposition. It's kind of like an elevator pitch about yourself where you tell the recruiter what value you can bring to their company. Here, please don't write a super long paragraph because put yourself in the shoes of the recruiters. They're reading 100 of LinkedIn profiles a day and they're just here to scan and not to read your life story. You can use, for example, a short and structured format like this. Title and experience, what you specialize in, what results or outcomes you've achieved, what kind of roles you're actually looking for, and then a call to action at the end to contact you, including your email. For example, you could write, Project Manager with 5 years of experience delivering operational and IT projects. I specialize in planning, execution, and process improvement using Agile and Jira. Reduced delivery time by 20% for a 6-month internal software rollout by redesigning the project plan and removing redundant approval steps. If you're hiring for IT or operations projects, send me a DM on LinkedIn or an email. I'd love to connect. And then just insert your email there. This gives the recruiter quite a clear idea of who you are as a professional. Also, you want to keep it low effort for the recruiter to contact you, which is why you can include your email here. And finally, make sure that you don't let the whole About section be generated by AI because the recruiters will notice, and you should definitely try to make it sound more human. Now, next up is the skills section. The skills that you put here also act directly as keywords because often recruiters will search by skills. And here, make sure you don't put any kind of generic keywords because they will just dilute your profile. Instead, I would recommend putting the 10 strongest keywords that are also mentioned in the job postings you're applying for into your skills section. To make it easier, I would copy 5 to 10 of the job postings that you're actually interested in into ChatGPT or the AI of your choice and prompt it to basically filter out the most relevant keywords in terms of skills that you can put into the skills section on your LinkedIn profile. Also, don't forget to add any relevant certifications to the certification section because they can also act as keywords. Now next, we're going to look at the experience section. Here, ideally use the same titles for the roles that you've had as you've also used in your headline and as are mentioned in the job postings that you want to apply for. So for example, if you're looking for a project manager job, in your title, don't write that you've been a PMO or project coordinator, even if it said that in your contract. Just write project manager because this will strengthen the keyword. Also, please fill out the description. Don't make it too long, only put the most relevant info in there, ideally in bullet point format, and make sure you use the same keywords again. What matters here is also that you don't just generically talk about the task that you had, but more so about what you achieved. So try and include as many metrics and numbers as possible. For example, maintained accurate project and shipment data in ERP, improving forecasting accuracy by 15%. Now, basically, this is following the same logic as you should also apply in your resume. I made a video about this. I'll link it up here so you can check it out. It comes with a free resume template as well. Next up is the featured section. Now that we've talked about all the ways how to keyword optimize your LinkedIn profile for recruiters to find you, now it's time to impress them once they actually clicked on your profile. The featured section is sort of your portfolio where you can showcase the work you've done. For example, if you've done a website, you can include the link to the website. If you've written an article, you can upload that article. If you've done a certain project, you can maybe attach that PDF explaining what the project was about. If you can't upload any projects because they all include sensitive company information, what you can do is create a separate document where you describe what the project was about, what tools you've used, what kind of problems you've run into, and how you basically solved them, and then also what results you achieved. You can include some images to make it a bit more lively, and this is just a way for you to give the recruiter an understanding of how you work and a deep dive into what your work actually looks like. Or if you're rather junior and you don't really have any projects to showcase, you can upload your bachelor or your master thesis in case you got a good grade to let them see some of your work as a sample. Now let's talk about recommendations. Recommendations are a great way to add more credibility to your LinkedIn profile. And honestly, I didn't do it yet, but I definitely should, because LinkedIn also makes it really easy for you to just reach out to your former bosses or colleagues to ask them for a recommendation. All you need to do is add the recommendation section to your profile, type in the name of the person you would like to ask, select how you know them. So for example, they were a client of yours or you studied together, and then you select the position at the time, and you can either use the default message or write a short, friendly message asking that person for a recommendation. Here is also a great way for you to offer to write them a recommendation in return. Technically, it's not really that hard, but I know from myself that it can be really uncomfortable asking people or colleagues for that kind of favor. But A, keep in mind, most people will be really happy to help. And B, it will most likely be worth it overcoming that awkwardness if it's going to land you that job in the end. Next up, the profile photo. Now, let's not forget about the profile photo. A friendly but professional photo can really increase trust and sympathy with recruiters. Nowadays, it's so easy to upload even a non-professional photo of you to ChatGPT, for example, and ask it to generate a professional-looking photo of this for your LinkedIn profile. Generally, it should be head to shoulders. You can wear business casual or professional attire, of course, depending on the kind of job you're applying for. And you should smile but also look confident. Next, open to work. Now, as you probably noticed on other people's profile photos, LinkedIn offers the option to add a open to work banner to your profile photo. You can either have that visible for everyone, for example, if your boss or your company already knows that you're looking for another job, or you can only have it visible to recruiters, which, as it says, will only allow recruiters to see that you're actually open to work. To do it, simply click on Open To below your headline, add job title, select locations and visibility settings, and save. Next up, we have your location. Now, recruiters also filter by location, so make sure that the location setting in your profile matches what you want and where you want to be. For example, if you're looking to relocate from the States to Germany and recruiters filter for candidates based in Germany, if you have your profile set to Seattle, for example, you will naturally not show up in the search results. What you can do here is change your profile location to Germany, and in the About section early on, mention that you're willing to relocate to Germany, and if you have any work permits already, definitely mention that in that section too. Last but not least, a custom URL. Now, LinkedIn has a setting where you can shorten your URL leading up to your profile. You might ask yourself, why should I do that? It's basically to make your URL look more professional when you include it in your resume or in emails, and it will also help recruiters find you more easily. For this, simply click on your profile, find the public profile URL on the right top corner, click the pen to edit, another tab will probably open and then you click the pen again, and then you can edit the URL. Usually, it's best to simply put your first and last name after the slash, click save, and you're done. I hope this helps with updating your LinkedIn profile, and now let it rain recruiter messages. Let me know what you think about the changes in the comments, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.